So last week I put up a video and I was talking about practicing your licks and solos, learning them at full speed. And I gotta tell you, man, you would think that I had gone over to these people's houses and smacked their sisters in the face with the comments that I got. All kinds of fun things. I'm stupid, I don't know what I'm talking about. That's an immediate way to cause injury. Don't even understand that at all. And just all kinds of comments. And it was actually, it was kind of pretty damn funny. You just think that, I wouldn't think people would get offended at a guitar video, but apparently people do get offended at guitar videos, which I just find amazing all the way around. So carrying on with what I was talking about, learning your licks at full speed in your solos. And I guess a lot of people, it just did not sink in for a lot of people. And I'm going to use this analogy. All right, I'm going to give you a couple of analogies. I gave a couple last time, and apparently it did not work. So we're going to try it again. If I'm a runner, okay, and I want to run faster, am I going to practice by walking really fast or by trying to run faster? I mean, it's pretty obvious the answer to this. Or if I'm a runner and I'm going to change disciplines, I'm going to run hurdles now. Am I going to walk over the hurdles or am I going to run over the hurdles and then try to continue to run faster? Like I said, it's pretty obvious what I'm talking about here. And the same thing with practicing guitar. You know, you can sit here for the rest of your life and do this. You know, let me turn this down. You can sit here the rest of your life and do this. And guess what? That's never going to help your speed. Never. For the rest of your life, you'll be playing like this. And it's never going to help your speed because there's a completely different technique to playing fast as there is to playing slow, just like I said in the last video. And again, if I need to become a faster runner, I'm not going to continue to walk fast. I'm going to run at the top of my speed every chance I get and try to break that barrier. And this is the exact same thing. There is no difference here whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a way to do this, and then I'm going to wait for the comments to come on because they're hilarious. I just never thought people would get offended at a guitar video, and apparently they do. So we're going to expand upon this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to practice and learn your licks and solos quickly so you can play them fast and you can work over those issues, because you're never going to solve the issues playing slow. It's never going to happen. If you're having a mechanical issue playing slow, okay, obviously you're going to have that same issue playing fast. That's just common sense. But why work out the issue slow? Because once you work it out slow, you're still going to have that same issue fast, and you're going to have to work it out fast. So just play fast. Save yourself the days and days of sitting around trying to do it slow. So what we're going to do, I don't know, okay, if you did not go to college or whatever have you, or maybe maybe they taught this in high school in psychology, it's called chunking. And what chunking is if you have a lot of stuff to learn, you learn it in little bitty segments at a time. And then you get that part memorized, and then you add the next segment. You get that part memorized, you add the next segment, so on and so on and so on. Well, that works exactly the same here for guitar playing. So let's go back to that original lick that we did on the last video where we have this, this guitar is down a half step, so if it sounds different from yours, that is why. So we're going to start on the B string, and we're here at the 7th fret, and we're going to go 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 10, back to 7, all right? So this is the first part of our solo, and I'm going to use the same lick just to keep everything, you know, in order here. So if this is the first part of our solo and I'm playing it slow, but I want to play this up to speed. So what am I going to do? All right. I'm going to take the first part of this, the first 3 notes, and I'm going to get those up to speed. It shouldn't be that hard. So I'm going to do this. And that's what I'm going to practice. And practice at whatever fast speed you need it to be at. If you need to play this lick and it's not that fast, then practice it at the speed it needs to be at. I'm not saying take all your licks and practice them as fast as you can possibly go all the time, because that may not be the lick you need for that song. It just may be too damn fast. But practice it at the speed it needs to be at. So we're going to do this. And we're just going to play that until we get that section down, all right? There's no reason to sit here for days doing this, because the technique is nothing like doing this. Completely different techniques. All right, so once I have these three, and I realize I'm starting on a down, ending on a down. So when I come back down to the 7 here, I'm going to start on a down. I'm going to end on a down. So now that we have these three, we're going to add the last two. And we're going to continue to do that until we have that lick. Okay, so now that we've got those 5 notes, now what we're going to do is we're going to add the transition, which is going to be here. Right here on the 9th fret. And we're just going to keep working, and then we're going to add that one note, 9th fret, 3rd string. So now we have, and we're going to hit that with an upstroke. And we're going to keep doing that until we have that completely clean at the speed we need to be playing it at. It's doing us no good whatsoever to do this. This is no good. Just go ahead and do that. And like I said, you take it piece by piece. And I don't understand. Maybe people just thought, okay, look at a Randy Rhoads solo and just play the whole thing at full speed. No, practice it at full speed. And if you're having trouble with the practicing part of it, this is how you get to the practicing part. Like I said, it's called chunking. So once we have this part down, if you remember from the last video, the lick goes like this. So we're going to go. So on the 3rd string, it's. So what I want to do is I just want to add that next note to it. So, and if you notice, we're ending on another downstroke. And I'm just going to do that. And I'm just going to add, and then I'm just going to keep ticking it to the next part. And then after you get that part, just add in that final note of this. And on this note, you can actually down pick it or up pick it, economy pick it. It doesn't really matter which way you want to go on this one. And what you're going to do is you're just going to keep bringing those little pieces together, little by little, bringing them in one section at a time. And just little by little, keep adding those in. And like I said, it is called chunking, to where we're only learning small phrases of what we need to do at a time. If you're having trouble playing, there's no reason for you to sit down and try to play the entire, if you have no idea what you're doing. But if you take it little by little, add a few notes here, a few notes there, and the only thing you really have to be mindful for is your transitions. That's it. Playing fast on one string, hell, anybody can do that. That's easy. Where most people struggle is in the transitions, going from string to string, and that's where the chunking comes in. I mean, it is a tremendous help getting your solos up to speed quickly so you can play them and practice them at full speed. Because like I said, playing this slow, the technique is completely different as opposed to playing it fast. So if you're struggling with the whole practice at full speed, and before you start sending me your comments again, which go ahead and send them. I think they're hilarious, to be honest with you. But take it little by little. And if you got to take it stroke by stroke, that is fine. It doesn't matter. But learn those pieces at tempo. Because like I said, if I'm a professional runner and I need to get faster, I'm not going to spend my time walking. I'm going to spend all my time running, trying to break that barrier. And it's the same exact thing with picking. Why would you practice fast passages slow? What, to get the muscle memory? Okay, just do it through chunking and do it at full speed. I don't see the reason to play it slow, and I don't understand all the excuses that I got on the channel. And, you know, I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, but to me, it just sounds like a cop-out for a lot of guitar players, and that's what holds you up. Those are your limits, are your cop-outs. Well, I don't know if I can quite do it like that. Well, how do you know? Are you trying? And if you are trying correctly? Are you actually putting the effort into making that next step to become a better guitar player? And if you keep copping out and saying, well, no, you can't do that, fine. Then spend weeks learning fast licks as opposed to a day. That's completely up to you. Do it however you want to do it. But I'm telling you, this way works. And it works because when I was in music school, I was actually taught this by one of my jazz guitar teachers who was a beast. I mean, this guy was just insanely freaking good. And he would just dance all over the fretboard. And when I first got in there, I was like, how are you doing all this stuff? And that's the same analogy he hit with me. You know, well, why are you going to practice it slow if it's a fast lick? If you're a runner, are you going to get faster by walking? No. So why walk? Kind of the same thing with a guitar. So try that chunking technique. I guarantee you it'll work. I guarantee you it'll work. And like I said, the only thing you really have to be mindful for is the string transitions. That is the hard part, is the transitions. Anybody can play fast on one note, unless you're having synchronization issues. And then that's something else that I'm going to talk about in the next video or maybe the video after it. Because doing that one video kind of sparked off a little storm. So I'm going to go ahead and cover all the bases of that so I can kind of quell everybody's, you know, being upset and hurt feelings. Hell, I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm just going to kind of cover it over the next few videos and just kind of stay on this topic. And I guarantee you, if you do what I'm saying, if you do what I'm showing you to do, I guarantee you, not only will you learn your licks faster, you will be a better, more proficient guitar player, guaranteed. So I'm going to wrap this video up right there. If you have any questions or comments, drop it down in the question and comment section. I will get back to you. It is the holidays, so it may take me a little bit longer to get back to you. So Merry Christmas to everybody who watches this video. And I'm going to wrap this one up right there. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. You can jump over to my Patreon if you want to help support further. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody.